Kintsugi. That's my heart. Kintsugi is a Japanese art form that repairs broken pottery using gold or silver or platinum to fill in the cracks. Usually gold. And we've all had our hearts broken. We all have cracks in us. And that's how God lets the light in. You know? Or that's how, rather, the light of God shines through us in very particular ways. All our cracks look different. And when we heal those cracks, we develop a certain kind of character that makes us very unique and individual. The things that we've gone through, the hardest things, the challenges, the rough times, the losses, the grief, the sadness. These things make us stronger, tougher, more resilient, and they make our hearts more beautiful if we don't become bitter. You know, if we choose to soften and embrace it and learn from it. That's how we heal. And the light of God does fill in the cracks for us. And I believe that wounded healers, these are people who have, a lot of them, been broken or smashed to smithereens. So they got a lot of cracks. They've got a lot of light, a lot of gold shining through. And that's my path. I am a wounded healer. And this is my destiny. I'm very aware of that and very clear about that I came here for a very particular reason. And part of my reason for being is to help other people heal and find their way back home. And in order for me to be efficient in that, I had to be broken myself so that I could absolutely relate and know and empathize and hold space for people who other people might be afraid of or can't relate to. Sometimes when we've gone through a lot, it scares people because they don't know what to say, they don't know what to do, they want to fix you, they want to help you, and if they can't, then it makes them uncomfortable, right? A lot of times people aren't uncomfortable with uncomfortability, you see. Some people are more okay with sitting in discomfort. And that's a wounded healer, because if you've healed a great deal of trauma, then it's only because you have sat through a great deal of discomfort as part of it. So you become comfortable with discomfort in a way. It's familiar, and you're able to maybe handle more of that than the average person. We all have different destinies. We all have different paths. You know, I'm a person who can sit with discomfort. I'm a person who can hold space for other people. I'm a person who can and does remain eerily calm in very chaotic, traumatic environments. I can hold it down. And I am actually a professional massage therapist. I have a license to practice massage, which is required if you're going to charge money. And I used to have a practice. I used to have a space that I worked out of. And I say I used to have a practice. Of course, I still have a practice, and then I'm still a body worker. But this is so, this craft, this practice, is so tied into my destiny and my very being that it feels very cheap and very tacky to advertise it as a business. to go and take professional headshots and make a website. I did all that. I've done all that. Okay. And it just feels so plastic and so fake. And I'm not judging other people who do that. Because there are different kinds of body workers. There are different kinds of massage therapists. There are different kinds of healers. People who work in the healing arts. I don't heal anybody. I hold a space for people to heal. Because I can do that because of what I've been through. But, the reason I'm making this video, the reason I'm thinking about this is because I went through the last 2.5 years now. I have not really been putting my hands on people for the sake of healing, for the sake of doing healing work, because I've been doing a lot of deep introspective work and healing myself, and those two things don't go together, right? Like, if you're in a place of chaos or dis-ease, then you don't want to pass that on to others energetically. Just like you can help to heal a person, you can pass on energy which might harm them. I'm very, very aware of that. But having integrated and worked through what I needed to, and having come to a new level of integrity and wholeness, what I feel is wholeness, a healed state, I'm ready again to start holding space for people in that way. Sitting with people, putting my hands on people, moving energy, holding a space, allowing, not judging. But I can't approach it in the same way. I'm not going to be setting up a booth at a festival or handing out business cards or having headshots done, because this is who I am. This is who God made me to be. I'm not a product. I'm not a commodity. And healing and love, these things are gifts. They should not be made into commodities. They should not be commodified. And I'm not shaming anyone who makes a living doing healing arts. That's not the point of this. It's just to say that culturally, I feel that we are moving in a direction in which people are beginning to recognize this, that we all have a responsibility for one another's well-being, that it's not fair or right or healthy to put all of the healing on one group of people. You know, like, oh, you need to talk to somebody, go see that therapist. And then you have a group of people, the therapists, who they sit all day long, hour after hour after hour, marinating in other people's sadness and depression and problems. And then they take all that on, and that's their job. It should be everybody's job as a human, right? Lots of things are that way. We should be our brother's keeper. But God has formed and shaped us all so that we all have very particular gifts that will help serve our brothers and humanity in a certain kind of way that is needed. Some of us are body workers. Some of us are good at listening. Some of us are good at making beautiful art or music, or we all have different gifts that are healing. You know, we are all healers, is what I'm saying. Intrinsically, inherently. But the gift of healing looks different as it's moving through all of us. I came to have this particular gift of healing through touch because of the way that I was broken. Physical abuse, sexual abuse, neglect, okay, torture, physical and psychological. I've been through all that. That's God putting me through the furnace, shaping me, hammering me. It burned. It hurt. But it made me into something beautiful. Something useful, a useful vessel. So I'm ready. I'm inviting that in. I'm inviting people who need someone to hold a space for them, for people who need energy moved. I'm inviting that to come my way, and it will. Because God brings people together that need to find one another. And I told God today, I'm ready. Bring it on. And I feel really excited about that and good about that, because we all need a purpose. We all actually do have a purpose, but we need to be able to live that purpose out in order to have a fulfilled life, a fulfilling life. I'm very thankful for everything I've been through, because had I not gone through it, I wouldn't be able to serve humanity in the very particular way that I'm able to. It's humbling. It's a gift. To be able to hold space for another. To be able to sit with someone when they are going through one of the most difficult times in their lives, and have that person be able to trust you and be vulnerable with you. That's humbling. And that's a gift. So, kintsugi. We all are like kintsugi vessels, you know. We've all been broken. We all have cracks. And that's what makes us beautiful. When it's healed. When we invite God in, to let God's light in and God's goals to fill those cracks, that's when we become who we were meant to be.